So like the title of the video says, action cameras are not just for action sports. Now, don't get me wrong, thanks to GoPro, they're the ones that actually innovated the whole action camera market and being able to use it for action sports, whether you're out skiing or skydiving or whatever the case may be. But action cameras now in 2025 have come so far as with their quality and the audio that you can get that's built into the camera. But the biggest thing is their size and stabilization. And when you have a camera that is this small, and yes, it is snowing in Texas, but the reason I bring up this video is because somebody made a comment that action cameras, you're not supposed to use them just walking around. They're made for action sports, and I get that. But when you think of their size, they're so small, they're lightweight, and it doesn't really matter nowadays whether you're using a GoPro or the Action 5 Pro like what I'm using right now from DJI, or the Insta360 Ace or Ace Pro 2 or Ace Pro 1. They're all really, really good cameras for doing vlog style situations. And yes, of course, the image quality that you're gonna get from a larger camera like a Sony full frame or Canon, if you're in the Canon market, or Nikon or whatever the case is, the image quality may be a little bit better because it's a full frame camera. But when you think about how small and compact it is, like we just got back from a trip from New Orleans. And on that trip, I brought the DJI Action 5 Pro, I brought the Insta360 Ace Pro 2, I brought the DJI Pocket 3, and I could have brought my Sony a7S III along with a gimbal and external microphone to be able to get some nice stable footage with it. But why? It's so large, it's so bulky. And then people get to see that you're actually filming them, as opposed to when you have an action camera or as small like the DJI Pocket 3, you have that in your hand, they're less likely to even care that you're videotaping them. So I got to get some really cool footage in New Orleans, and yes, we were there the morning after the terrorist attack, and I'll do a video about that coming up soon. But when it comes to action cameras, you know, if you want to take family video, if you want to do a time lapse of a snowfall, whether it's with the Action 5 Pro or the Insta360 Ace Pro 2, you can do that. You want to take video of your kids playing out in the snow, throwing snowballs at you or making snow angels, you can do that with a very small camera that's very capable, that shoots native 4K and has incredible stabilization and incredible audio. Now, for audio, straight out of camera, this is what it sounds like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And of course, I'm using the DJI Mic 2, and I'm just gonna sync it up in post. I could connect it straight up to the Action 5. I like to manipulate the audio a little bit and get the best audio possible. And if you don't have the DJI Mic 2, you can get a Rode. You can use a Rode microphone and use the internal recording and just sync it up in post. But I guess the point of this video is, for a camera that's so small, it's so powerful nowadays, where you can get some really, really nice footage, and it's super stable. You can go slow-mo, 120 frames a second, 4K. Yeah, that's 2025 for you. So there's nothing wrong with larger cameras, whether you have a Micro Four Thirds or an APS-C or a full frame. But I think for an overall experience, action cameras have come a long way, and it's not just for action sports. It's for your everyday family stuff. And just because I'm using the Action 5 Pro doesn't mean that I'm giving it a full endorsement, because I haven't. As you've seen from my previous video, I'll put a link to it up here. But maybe DJI, maybe they'll figure out the firmware. I think the new sensor is kind of thrown everybody for a loop regarding their engineers. But, it is what it is. But it's a beautiful, snowy day. The snow has finally stopped. It's supposed to start melting tomorrow. At least the kids had some fun in the snow. And even the dog had some fun in the snow. Action cameras. Yeah, they're not just for action sports. You can use them for vlogging or everyday family videos.